So the one thing you want to remember, guys, is when you're creating pages, your title needs to be short and sweet, but it also needs to follow the green SEO information down at the bottom. Okay. You don't want to give them all the information in your title. That's what your page is going to do. So you want to just allude to what you're going to be talking about with your title. So let me get my screen share up. Okay, Phyllis. Hold on just a minute.
I'm going to stay on the training while I leave and hope I can catch the last part of it.
Okay. All right, so let me get back to my share screen. So like with the QB54, all right, you see my title is Backyard Football Fun Tailgating Games. All right, so that's what you want your title to be, is a brief description, but you also want to make sure when you go down here to your SEO, it has to follow this green. So if you look at your SEO title, and I know yours is in red, Ms. Levette, you need to make sure it's green. Even though you probably got green and green, this needs to be green. Same thing with your meta description. Your meta description needs to be a short description of your page that draws their attention, but doesn't give away everything that your page is about. It's an interest getter. It's one of those things that you want them to draw interest in so that they can click your link and read what else you have to offer. If you give everything in your title right here, they're not going to click to read anymore. Same thing with your SEO. If they see this and it has the ... beside it, when you go and look for it, they're not going to click it if they don't see what they want to see in this first few 2 or 3 sentences. Okay. Now, remember your slug is in direct correlation with your title. So whatever your title is, that's going to be your slug, and your slug is also going to be your URL. But if you want to change that, then when you go to click your slug, backspace it to where it just includes your focus key phrase. You can do that. You can alter your slug so that this is your URL and not your whole title. Okay. So I'm going to pull up your page.
Yeah, do that for me, because they were all green. That's why.
Yeah, that's why I say sometimes it can be misleading.
Yeah.
The all green. That's why I always say you want to go back and you want to look at your individual dots. So like this right here, family fun outdoor activities, that I would say with QB54, take this out.
Okay.
This would be a sentence that you would use like a standout. So like with me, I have one on mine, like here. Are you ready for some backyard fun tailgate, backyard football tailgating fun? So your actual title could be a statement to either put here at the beginning for them to click. And that's the one thing a lot of people, a lot of pages, sites that I've been editing and looking at this week for Google AdSense, is a lot of people do not have a call to action in their first paragraph. So at the end of your first paragraph or somewhere in the middle, you should give them that automatic knee-jerk response that say, hey, go ahead and get it now. If you want it now, get it. If you like what you've seen so far, go ahead and order. That's what this sentence could be. You could actually put this right here at the end of this first paragraph and have it clickable to go to the link so they can go ahead and, because you're telling them to go ahead and try it. Okay. Same thing with your other one. Yeah, I know. So same thing with the other one that you have. Where was it at? this one here,
Mhm.
really long. Title, great information. All right, so this one to be how the WOWO best body, I wouldn't even say how to. I would just say best body exfoliator. Makes you feel clean. Okay, something like that. And then I would use this as your first sentence. Because what is your key phrase in here?
At this point, my mind is like,
Well, yeah, what's your key phrase? So what's your focus key phrase for this page?
the WOWO, the exfoliator.
So, all right, so here's one of the things that you don't want to do. And I learned this early on. And I don't know, they haven't really set up their affiliate program yet, but most of these companies have a trademark on their name.
Mhm.
So you can't use their name as a key phrase.
The name of the product, I mean, the name of the activity.
Yeah, that like WOWO, that is their key, that is their name. So you can't use their name in your key phrase.
We can't use the product name in
Right.
the phrase.
In the
Okay.
key phrase. And the
Okay.
reason being is because it's their key phrase, it's their name, and most of them are trademarked. So you can't use it as a key phrase because that's their name. They have first access to it. So that's why I said your best option would be best body exfoliator as your key phrase. Because WOWO, that is their name. Same thing with Katie Lux, because if you were on the call today, the Katie Lux has the trademark logo on it. Also the Milky Silk, she's trademarking that one. So you can't use those two names in your key phrase. They cannot be part of your key phrase because they are trademarked to her company, which means she owns them. She owns that right to use that. You don't, so you can't use it in your key phrase. You can use it in your page, but you can't use it in your key phrase to get marking or ranking for it. Those are her titles, her names that she has trademarked. Same thing with WOWO.
And Sheila, didn't they say you really don't want to give them what you're actually selling before they ever get to your page?
Right.
You want to get them on your page before you get them the product, because
Yeah.
they'll just go to the webpage of the people instead of coming to your
Exactly. If the name,
PBS.
yep.
You want them to come to your page, right?
If the name is in your title, they'll just go and search WOWO. What's WOWO? And then you've lost them.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Same thing with
Wait, sorry.
QB54. If QB54 is in your title, they're going to just go and say, what's QB54? And search QB54 instead of reading your page to see what it is. So never, ever give them access or let them know what it is. That's what your page is for. So once they come in and read, that's where you introduce WOWO. That's where you introduce, oh no. No, Papa, find something else, quiet. That's where you introduce QB54. Never in your title, never in your key phrase. Okay.
Mhm.
So that's one of the things you want to do. Like I said, this would be a great lead sentence for your first page, or even, again, I don't see where you have in your first paragraph where you have a call to action. You can, first paragraph, second paragraph, before you go to the next one, you need to let them have a clickable access to go ahead and get the product or whatever you're promoting. Because most people, when they read your description in your Google,
Mhm.
they're clicking and they want it. They
Mhm.
want it then because that's what interests them in. But if you wait until they read everything and have to come down to the end, they're not going to read it because they're going to be looking and say, okay, I know what it is. I want it. Where's my clicking link?
Mhm.
You want to go ahead and give them that clickable link first in the first paragraph. Then continue. Nothing's wrong with your actual content. It's perfect. Don't change anything. The only thing I would change is one, go ahead and put the links. Like Roy said, we want to send them directly to the company right now until we get our Sephora links. Then all you're going to do is come change your links. But you want to have a call to action in this first paragraph. That would be great for this sentence right here. You can say, order yours today, have it shipped in less than in a week. 3 to 4 days shipping, something like that. So they know when they can have it, how fast they can have it. They can get their colors, they can go ahead and get it. But all your pages, your content's great, your pictures, images are perfect. You even have her video, that's great. This one right here would be good. I would make it a bit smaller and give your images a little bit more what I call texture. You got all of your images centered. Add some of them to the right side of the paragraph. Add some of them to the left side. Leave some in the center. But give it a little bit more definition so that people are drawn to your content, not necessarily the image. When you have all your images centered, it's drawing you're drawing the eye to your images, not the content. When the content is to the center of or the image is to the center of the content, it draws the eye to both. So then they read and then see the picture. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a whole lot of sense, whole lot of work.
No, and I promise you, it's quick changes, it's quick fixes. Once you get into your picture, and you might have to do some adjusting to the size of the picture so that the wording wraps around it or doesn't overpower the content. But you don't really have to change it so much as where you want to put it. If you want it to come down here, then you're just going to hit your arrow buttons on your picture, bring it down and hit right or left of content. And then once you see where it's at, hit your arrow again on your picture to move it up or down. Okay, but based on the content you have the exact amount of pictures that you need. I wouldn't put any more in there because of the video. I wouldn't take any less out. This is one of the ones I would definitely resize if at all possible. If these are separate individual pictures, I'd probably only do 1 or 2 since you have the jar here already similar to it. I probably wouldn't put the same ones all over again. Especially if you have this one. I would actually probably take this out since you have a similar picture up front and move this one up here and make it more of a focal point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sheila,
Yes.
on the wrapping of the picture, I seem to have trouble getting it to wrap around the words wrap around a photo.
You're not going to see how they're not going to truly wrap depending on the size. So, I mean, if like with this one, if I increase the size, decrease the size, it's just going to wrap. Now, we used to have the one where you could wrap the image around, and I didn't like that because then you couldn't go and actually put a link in the image once you did that. It was an image block or image content block or some media content block. I didn't like it. This kind of works. If you want to see how it looks, if you click on preview and do desktop in a different tab, it'll show you what it's going to look like. So that it actually does wrap when you do the preview. So what you got to remember is when you are in edit mode, it shows a straight content. It doesn't show the actual viewable screen. So that's why you always want to click on your preview, and you can see preview in whatever category. If you want to see how it's going to look in a tablet, you can click on tablet and it'll show you what it's going to look on a tablet. Somebody's using a tablet. If you want to see how it's going to look in mobile, click on mobile. It shows you how they're going to see it in mobile. You know, so I can see right there, see how my image is going to be small. You know, it's going to cut half of it off because it's on a phone. So, and you're going to see how your wording is going to be collapsed, but it's on a phone. And depending on the size of the phone screen, you know, there are some big phones out there. You can see what's going to be showing, what's not going to be showing. Same thing with the tablet. If I go to tablet, you can see how it's going to condense the wording, how some of the pictures are not going to always show. Pictures are going to be smaller, but you can see how it's going to show up on any device that they're going to be using. Desktop, they're going to be able to see anything.
Okay.
Okay. So again, that's why I say it's good to go ahead and, you know, don't always have all your pictures centered, because depending on what device they use, some of your pictures might get cut off. If it was to the left or to the right of an image, they're going to show all content. So if your image is part of your content, then they're going to adjust that image accordingly.
Okay.
So again, just play with your images. You don't want a gallery on your page. You want to have more content than images. But again, you just want to make sure that everything's there available for people to see. You want to make sure your titles are short, sweet. Like again, I got fashion trends, new savvy fashion. Okay. But if you come down to my URL, which is your slug, I just have it fashion trends. I took off what I didn't want because I like using short URLs. It's easy to remember. It's easy to put on a meme if I'm creating one, or if I'm creating a logo. It's easy to use a short URL. I always try to use at least 2-3 words max for any URL. If you had to create a meme with the URL you have, it would be impossible. So that's one thing you want. Now your title, like I said, you can fix your title and adjust your title. But again, you got to remember that whatever your title is, when people go to see it, you want to be able to see your whole thing. So I'm going to see if I can pull up my title in Google. Hopefully it'll show up. I haven't marked it yet, so it might not.
Yes, on the bottom.
There it is.
But I wanted it to pop up in Google search, but it's okay. So sometimes it'll pop up in Google search if I go and look at it, but this time it just popped up. But so my
Want
title,
me to look for it? Want me to look for it and see if I can pull it up?
see if
Just to
it's
see
on
if you
Google,
come up?
because I'm on mine, it won't show up. So if I
Yeah.
go to Google search and type in savvy,
I'll go on mine for you and look, see if it comes up if you're tracking yet.
so one thing I want to see is, and it probably is not, because I haven't marketed this page yet. But you see how your title shows up, and I want to see how this ... is here, right here.
Mhm.
That means they have more of a title.
Mhm.
Same thing with this ...
Mhm.
Reveal their latest what. So what you want to do, this one here is great. Anything that has a dot, they've cut off half their title. This one has cut off half. They got a hyphen, but their title's good. So what you want to do is you want to find one that has everything there, like this one. Perfect. You can see their whole title. You can see their whole description. So by your title, Miss Levette, you're going to get these dots. Your meta description is probably going to be the same. They're only going to show the first couple of sentences. I think it's 180 characters, it might be less, that they're going to show, and then it's going to be ... If they don't see the whole thing and it doesn't interest them, they're not going to click on this to see what else you have to say.
Mhm.
So that's why, even though you get green and green, and that's why I said sometimes it can be very deceiving. You get green and green, even though you have green and green, go back and check your SEO.
Yeah, that's
Check
what
and
I've been
see.
doing, Sheila.
Yeah. After you finish your page, that's what I was talking about Thursday.
Mhm.
After you finish your complete writing,
Mhm.
then you come and check this and see what you're missing. And it'll tell you your SEO title's too long, your meta description's too long. If you have red, fix them if it's fixable. If you can fix it and still get across the message you want to get across. I know you, Sleepy. You don't want to go to sleep. Come on, I'm talking.
Or
So, and same thing.
It's not on there yet.
Yeah, I got to market it, and I'm gonna probably do some marketing on that. Same thing with your readability, guys. It will be green and green, but you can always come in and check it and see if there's anything that you can fix. Sometimes you might have an orange in here that's really easy to fix. Most time you get an orange, like if you get the transition words says that you have not enough. You can fix it a couple of times. If it says passive voice, you have too many, you can fix it. Most times those are going to be in red. Usually the orange ones are going to be where you have a paragraph that's too long, or you don't have enough of headers in there. You know, that's easy to fix. You just go in, find where you have a paragraph that's more than 6 or 7 sentences and break it up, and that'll fix it. passive and transition words are,
Those are the
are the
two
one
that
things
get
that you go
me.
in and fix after you finish your whole website. Because then you have a better understanding of how to work them. And most of the times you'll come back in and modify your page and you'll make it better. But those are the things, the one thing I always tell is when you're in your SEO, try to make all of your SEO at least green. Your readability, that's one of the things that you can play with and come back later once it's green. But I always say your SEO, try to make it all green if at all possible. Always. Okay.
Yeah, it's being recorded. Good.
Okay. All right. So does anybody have any questions? Anything they want me to go over while we're here?
Do you have a list with the current links that are being used? I know there were links to get to different sites, but do we have any actual links for any of these new pages that we're doing? Or are they all in?
They're all
Hold
going to
right
be
now.
they're all going to be in Sephora, and Roy's hoping that it'll be fixed and ready to go by Tuesday.
Because I've missed several trainings because of being whacked out with this everything going on.
Yeah, I do have I did create a template.
My cats have not learned to bark yet, so that's not me. And I turned my phone off. It barks normally on an alarm. So
You good. So
I don't have
do
any
have
dogs. I have a
Google Doc
bird.
with all the new Sephora links on it.
Okay.
I'm going to post that in the chat. And it should be, y'all should have access to it. And if you just click on it, it'll open up and you can save it to come back and look at it. And I try to keep it updated. I also have a link of all the new key phrases that we have out there.
I got that one. Stacy gave me that one
Okay, perfect.
Thursday. Yeah.
And I'll be adding some more to that one too.
Man, I never looked that good. That's not fair. I looked pretty good when I was young, but I never looked that good. You know I'm going to have to comment something goofy. I'm trying to cheer myself up.
That's what the teenagers are looking at, comparing themselves to, and that's where we get all these girls that are not eating
Yeah.
right and they're trying to make themselves skinny, and they just don't believe that they're beautiful the way they are. I fell into that category too. So, oh,
He's talking.
All right, so I'm gonna put this out there too, again, for y'all that need it, want to look at it. And it's a list of all the key phrases I've come up with or researched for all kind of different stuff. So there's a whole bunch of key phrases in there.
Sheila,
Yes,
this is Gloria. How's everybody?
good. How are you, Miss Gloria?
I'm okay. One day I was working on my modifying my Canada page,
Uh-huh.
and the next day, I looked at my bookmark for the same page, but it was another page. Canada launch. Is that a new page? I don't know where it came from, but
Not
it has my
not that I'm aware of.
and it's none of it is my words. It has my website, and it has Gloria's Online Emporium on it, but it's all different words in it. So I was just gonna ask, like, I don't know where it came from.
Now we did have one before Canada was ready, that we did have a Canada launch page. So I don't know if it got added later and maybe it just pulled up, maybe it didn't get saved right, but
Okay.
yeah, it should. If you go
So
in,
should I
go into your site.
my old site?
No, your website. Yes, just go into your whole website And
Okay.
up here where you have your dates, put in the month that you were working on that page, the last time you were in it, and then hit filter. And
Okay.
it'll show you that the pages that you were currently working on, and then just click on the one that you have.
Well, I was able to get back to mine that I was currently doing, but I was wondering if that was a new page that was brought out and that's the page that I need to go by now.
No, it's probably just one that maybe it was an older bookmark and you'd have 2 Canada pages, because I have a student that does that, Miss Linda Marie.
Okay.
Yes,
Got
ma'am.
like several pages with the same title and they're all bookmarked. You could have just have that same issue and just click the wrong bookmark.
Okay. All right.
But yeah,
I've
there
run
was
across-
a page. So if you have 2 Canada pages, just go through and either modify them, or you can put one in draft if you haven't advertised it and leave the other one out.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, anybody got another question? If not, I'm gonna go to finish our training that I was doing today for Wine Ambassador, because I think it's something all of us can use.
I was just looking at
I have
my,
a question.
Wait a minute. Okay, go ahead, Levette.
no,
didn't
I
wanna
was
get
just
you.
looking at the SO on my page with the Q54.
Uh-huh.
and it's not telling me about the title being on. That's what's throwing me off. The only thing it's saying
Yeah,
is
when
that,
you go to your page,
yeah,
it's not gonna have it here. It's gonna have it here. So when you look at your SEO title, look at that line. Is it
Yeah.
green or red?
it's green. It's all, that's what threw me off, because everything is green. The only thing that's red is the outbound link.
No, no. On your SEO title, this right here. where
Yeah,
it's got- That's green?
it's green. It's green. That's why I was thrown off. It's green. And it doesn't say in an explanation underneath that it was too long or anything. And that's why I was thrown off on it. On both of them. See on that one. Yeah.
All right, hold on just a minute. Let me stop my share.
Yeah.
I wanna, do you mind if I go look into your
Oh,
site?
please. Help. Yes. Go, 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 go.
You're gonna have a whole new site for long, Levette.
Try never to go into anybody's site without their permission.
You have my permission. Everybody's a witness, right? We'll have a jury show.
Unless it's my own student, then I got carte blanche to go in there.
Oh, yes.
I warned mine ahead of time that I'm gonna be checking them out every now and then.
Yep.
Being selective now. Oh, dear.
All right, let's see.
No, I was doing the QB54, but that one should be all right too. Otherwise, I wouldn't leave it.
All right, let's see. See if this has it. There we go. I got to get the whole thing. All right, so let me get in here. And you did this in July or June?
What, you doing the sponge?
Yeah, both of them. Those done in July.
That was fine, John.
All right, so,
Did you check the other one too? And-
yeah,
and-
I'm sharing my screen. All right, so this is what I was talking about. So this is for your QB 54.
Okay,
All
Mhm.
right,
right.
so, your SEO analysis is orange. All right.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
And you have a focus key phrase is fun. Your SEO title is red.
Okay, it wasn't that way before when I did it. Honest,
Yeah. So, and that's why I always say go back and double check.
yeah,
And like right here, your slug, family fun outdoor activity, we're gonna shorten that,
yeah.
and I'm just gonna backspace it.
Now it's published already, so it has to,
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
the
we're just
title
gonna
too,
we're gonna update it. That's
Okay.
fine.
okay, okay.
Yep. Your title, you've created a sentence. Your title should never be a sentence. So,
Looks like she put her meta description where she was going to copy to put her meta description. She put it in the title spot.
yeah. So your title, it says fun seems so hard to come by these days. It's time to reverse that. So you've actually, yeah, that's what you've done. So we're going to come in here and fix that.
All the time, yeah.
And we're going to add,
Come here, baby. Hey, there's your baby.
so let's see what it looks like if we put it back in. Go and paste it. So again, it turns it red.
I would have never published it if it was red. I don't know what happened. I would have never published it, but I'm glad we're doing this.
Yep. So we're going to just, like I said, we don't want to put,
This went green.
well, that's because I'm taking some stuff out.
Oh.
So family fun outdoor activity for all seasons. Okay. So
Okay,
we've kept the general idea of your page.
right.
Okay. We've
Mhm.
taken the name of the product out.
Mm-hmm,
The other thing I want to do is look at this word fun
mm-hmm,
in Jaxie.
okay. I gotta get Jaxie. I just can't afford it right now.
Oh, you're fine. If you got questions on it, guys, just let me know. I promise I'll look it up for you.
Mm-hmm.
So fun as a word, as a search pattern, has great traffic, great results, lots of competition.
Mm.
All right. So what we're going to do is I want to look at other things with fun. So your page, what we changed it to was family fun outdoor activity. So let's do, what do we put your key family fun out? So let's see what that says. And the reason I want it to be a little bit more specific is if you have the key phrase fun,
Mhm.
you've got to compete with all those other websites before yours get recognized.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm,
So we got family
That's
fun
nice.
outdoor activity.
mm-hmm.
Here's activities. We didn't do activities. So this one's still a great key phrase
Mm-hmm.
that you can use. Doesn't have a lot of competition. You only got 45 other websites that you're competing for. It still has some traffic coming in, but the thing that you can do is, like this one says family fun activities for kids. Again, you're getting kind of long on your title, but again,
Yeah.
it's up to you. Fun outdoor activities, that's normal. Still got a low possibility. You still got a lot of competition on there.
Yeah.
Again, here's another one. It's just got a lot of competition without a whole lot of traffic coming in.
Yeah. The reason why I didn't want to include kids is because I wanted to include a family, you know, old
Exactly.
age, you know, and that's why I left out the kids because I wanted to include the whole big family.
Yep. And I think we're gonna leave because that one's still a good key phrase.
Mhm.
Not a lot of traffic. Let's see.
Yep. So let's see what we have for family outdoor fun.
No. Oh, that's a good one. Family outdoor activities. That's good. That's a good one.
That one's a pretty good one. It's
That's a
got some
good one,
traffic
yeah.
coming into it.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't really, and see, when you go into kids, Marcus.
He's
All
putting
right.
his 2 cents in.
Yeah, so here's what, like on my Thursday training call, I think I blew some people's mind when I said I do this, and a lot of people don't do this, is you have these great key phrases so that you can use in your writing and just break it down. So you have where you've talked about family activities,
Mhm.
okay, and you've geared this towards family fun. You can actually break it down a little bit more and come in here and put a little blurb in here that's geared just to kids and use the family fun, this one that has so much traffic, outdoor fun kids, you know, if you wanted to, or you can create a whole page, outdoor games for the family. So, you know, that's just one of the things that you can do. I think I might put this page on there, outdoor activities. Let's see what that one is. See, lots of traffic, lots of competition, poor ranking.
Right.
Fun family activities. I think that's one we did. Let's see what that one is. So again, got a lot of competition, not a very, very high ranking.
Mhm.
So I would probably leave it where it's at.
Which one is that now?
What we have out there. Family
Fun activity.
fun outdoor activity.
Okay. Okay.
Was doing it like you did, where you had the cooking and all the other stuff. I'd have it plural, like, because it actually had a better rating with the IES than it did with the Y. Like that page.
But she's centrally, she's geared it
doing
just to this. So
That's
that
what I'm
was
trying
the
to get
other
in my
thing.
head. Yeah. I'm connecting my dots. I should shut up.
Yeah.
I'm
You're fine.
yeah.
So yeah, that would be another thing, is you want to do some cross marketing in the page.
Right.
So this would be a great place where you could do like the survival, the one we have for the survival gear, or the bug out giveaway, where you can do for camping. They can get camping gear, they can get camping essentials, they can get
Right.
fishing tackle, things like that, and create your page around a whole family fun activity.
Okay.
With it centered on here. Like with mine, I have with the grilling, they can go out and do they can do the grilling, they can do what else do I have in there? I put in there for the women's clothing, hey, let your mom come out and gear out. You know, I did the family flags because I told them to bling out their chairs. I also have in there, you can't have an outdoor season without grills, without good cooking, food and fun. So you want to cross market that, especially if you're in Wine Ambassador, guys. You know, we have the I can never say their name. Waha.
Wow. Wow.
What are their name?
Wow. Wow.
No,
Wow.
the Wahoo
Wagyu.
beef, yeah,
Yeah, the Wagyu beef.
the Wagyu beef. So
Wagyu.
you can actually put your wine ambassador and say in here, and instead of going to the wine, say, hey, click on this link and you can order your beef straight from your wine club. Get your wine and beef together, you know, or your
Wow.
sausages or your chicken or whatever. And you can, you know, because it's right there in your back office, you can order the meat by the case. So you can actually have
Wow.
your food and pair it with your wine. Because I even tell them at the end of it, you know, I said, think instead of having a nice cold bud, think about upping your game and enjoy a bottle of wine instead. You know, I'm calling them out.
Right.
So that's one of the things you can think about. And Rory pulled up my page, my clothing page, because I don't know why, I guess he just did. But I cross market everything.
Mhm.
I don't just have a one page or one idea page, because I want people to be able to pair my items. So if they're coming here and buying, I call it the stadium chair football game. You know, they call it QB 54, play QB 54. I call it the stadium chair game. So again, I have my own unique spin on it. And then I tell them it's QB 54. I got the video in there for them to watch right here.
Right.
So it explains the rules. It explains, you know, the different things that QB 54 has. And then I go in and explain it. He did on this training call today, he actually talked about the rules. So I think I'm gonna go in there and do a page on the rules. So
I just wasn't understanding why on your page the title came up red and on my page it came up green. I don't understand how that happened.
you might have to refresh your page.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah, refresh your page and go back in and look at it. Because right now we have it green and green.
Yeah, I
So
have-
did you put this dot there?
yeah,
Okay,
Once you update
I
it-
take it out. I can
once
take it
you
out.
update it,
because they'll
Yeah.
think that you meant to say something else.
Yeah, I can take all that out.
So I would just, and you can still leave the key phrases fun, because that got your SEO where it needs to be. Let's look at that. All right, so here again, when you do your drop down
boy.
for your SEO, because a lot of people see this and see it's green, click on the arrow for the drop down, and then you see, guys, please mute. So you see where it says you need some outbound links. Hold up.
What's that?
So, it says you need your key phrase and your subheadings. A couple